Just crawled out of bed, scratching the nostrils. I was talking to a very influential cycling influencer yesterday. Private conversation. Um, Most of you would know this person if you're into cycling. And it was in regards to looking for a new bike, looking for a new sponsor. They had a sponsorship that they've had for quite a while on a bike they really liked that has, fallen through, ceased. Whereas with a lot of brands these days, they're going to rim brakes. So they're going to disc brakes only and they're cancelling their road rim. This influencer is a big fan of rim brakes as well. Just like every single influencer out there today who's been riding for enough years, they prefer road rim. All right, if they're being really honest about it, okay? If they were spending their own money, they would go and buy road rim. Right? Anyone who's been racing or riding for at least a decade, is going to be preferring road rim. It's just easier to live with. They're faster, they're lighter, they're easy to travel with. If you travel a lot as well, if you like climbing, if you like the road vibes, the lightweight stuff, then you're going to prefer rim. Everyone's like that, okay? Now, as a consequence, this person has sort of lost a contract. There's many reasons for it. The cycling industry is going on a whole Zwift's cancelling, cutting staff, Strava's cutting staff, Specialized cutting staff. We're living in a recession at the moment. Pros and cons to that. So, there's just extra cutthroat, okay? But because this person loves to ride a certain style of bike, that's a gift, all right? Like me personally, I use a bicycle to simplify the quality of my life, all right? I've just got out of bed. I've got bed head on. I'll go jump on my bike, clear my thoughts. I'm good to go, okay? I'm good to go. Like the bicycle for me is a transformative tool to simplify my life, to enhance my life. When it comes to road bikes, they're even more simple. There's no suspension. There's just a basic brake. There's basic gear ratios. It just freaking works. A traditional high-performance Tour de France level bike is my favorite. Sub 7 kg, super light, super fragile. But that's my style of bike. Just you get on it and you ride it. I can go jump on my TCR or my Tarmac or my Canyon Ultimate or any of these, my Cervelo R3s, R5s. I don't even know what bikes I've got, my Trek Madones, my Trek. Like seriously, if you ask me what bikes do I own, if I had to write it down, I couldn't tell you. That's good and bad. But these bikes that I love, they all have one thing in common. They're super light, they're all rim brake, and their gears just work perfect. If they're Di2 or cable, got them dialed in. I just get on these bikes and I just fucking ride. Some of them got power meters on there, some of them don't. All of them have the saddle I like, works for me, my angles. I just get on the bike and I fucking ride. And I love all these bikes, even my bamboo bike, okay? Love it, man. I just get on it and I can go and do 200k or 500k or 600k and I'm not going to have any fucking squeaking road on the front, or any just faffing around, slipping seat posts or whatever. I'm just going to have a bike that's going to fucking work. So I can spend more time in my head and enjoying the scenery instead of going, what the fuck's wrong with my bike, okay? I can service all these bikes myself, right? Like I had to pull apart an SL4 the other day because it had a gear shifting issue. I put a whole new group set on it, for Natasha as a commuter bike. And I was like, easy, cool, no worries, a joy to do, all right? SL7 tarmac, oh my god. So, fucking hell, seriously, and so, and I like working on bikes, man, but real bikes, right? When the job, like eating some Ben and Jerry's vegan ice cream, all right, you pop the top, all right, you pop the top, you put your spoon in, and you fucking enjoy it. I don't have to spend 10 minutes opening up the Ben and Jerry's vegan ice cream, all right? When I'm servicing my road bike, I don't have to spend an hour to clean the headset, which is really a 5 to 6 minute job. All right, drop it out, grease it, clean it, boom, drop it in, boom, you're good to go. 5-6 minute job, okay? try to do that on the SL7 or one of these new Cervelo S5s. Like, good luck. Like, I live a very logical life. I don't live a traditional life. I live a logical life, and that brings me the most joy. So people out there, ride what you want to ride. What is the best bike for you? What's the best brand? There is no best brand. I mean, Specialized used to be one of the best brands in my recommendation, and so was Trek, and so was Cannondale, and so was Klein, and so many other brands. And these days, Specialized for me, in terms of their road bikes, is just on the brand new stuff in the website, junk. Maybe except that LA Elite 105 rim brake. So things are changing. So there's no one brand. So don't have brand loyalty, okay? Have particular model loyalty. And if you're riding a bike today and you just fucking love it, all right, whether it's your seat or whatever you have on that bike, if you love it, man, that's the main thing, okay? Often in the bike industry, we're encouraged to get the latest stuff, the latest shit. And the latest shit in 2022, almost coming up 2023, the latest shit is shit most of the time. Okay, so you can save so much time and money by listening to people like myself and other influencers out there who ain't afraid to say it how it is, because cycling's been such a transformative tool for me in my life. That's why I'm so dedicated, and I will never, ever, ever sell out. All right, I'll never sell out and push or shill a product that I know isn't going to enhance someone's cycling experience. All right, do you know how much money I could make if I did sell out, selling supplements and all that bullshit? I could make a killing, but I don't want to do that because I have a duty to pay it forward, because people were honest with me back in the day. And some people bullshitted me, some people ripped me off, but I was like, I don't want to be like them. I want to be the opposite of them. The best thing to do for scammers is not be a scammer, not be a con man. Okay, so I'm like, fuck it. If I get hate, I don't care. I would rather leave a legacy of happy motherfuckers out there smiling because they're on a bike and they're like, Durianrider's a fuckwit. I hate him, but that motherfucker got me on a bike and I'm fucking loving it. All right, that's my goal. My goal isn't here for, hey guys, approval, give me money. Money's great. I love it. I made great. Got lucky. I got a cheap life. Don't have kids, no mortgage, no debt. I own multiple properties. Then never had a driver's license. Okay, I don't live a traditional life. And that's my choice, and I love that. All right? You live your life how you want to live it, and hopefully that leaves a positive legacy for everyone around you. All right? For the animals around you, for the environment around you, you leaving a good legacy behind. But getting back to the bike's a simplifying tool. All right? Like the bicycle, the road bike, I got my first road bike in 1997, an Avanti Team Corsa from John at Track Cycles Marion, Westfield Marion, 1997. I walked in the bike shop not wanting to get a bike, not expecting to get a bike. John sold me the bike. I didn't even have $2,000 to my name. I was on welfare, living from welfare check to welfare check. And John's like, this bike's killer. And I know about bikes. I was like, wow, it's $2,000, it's a good deal. And he was, mate, it's a good bike. And I sat on it, I was like, wow, I could really see it. You know, John's really sold to me. He was a good salesman. But he sold me legit, you know. And I remember leaving the shop there, Track Cycles Marion, I think it was like September 1997. And just thinking, I want that bike, but I don't have fucking $2,000. How am I going to get $2,000? How am I going to get $2,000 in an honest fashion? And I was like, hang on, my mate Wayne, he's got a job at a factory. I'll try and get a job at his factory. And I said, Wayne, what do I do? And he's like, you got to go to this place and ask them for a job. And I said, I've never worked in a factory. He goes, yeah, it's a bit of a problem. And I'm like, I don't care, I want this bike. You know, so I went back to this factory that had a workplace, like an agency, where you got to go for the agency and then they go to the factory. And I went there, I got some frumpy receptionist, probably doing a sugar-free diet. And she's like, thanks, you got your resume? Thank you very much. We'll contact you if there's any positions available. And I left there thinking, I know that's just going to get fucking shelved in the recycling bin. So I went back that late afternoon and said, hey, anything come up? You know, she's like, weren't you just in here before? What did I say? You know, just getting the full attitude. And this is back in 97. This is virgin Durianrider. Zero game, just not knowing what the fuck's going on. I'm just, oh yeah, sorry, like, okay. Anyway, I went back every single afternoon and morning for over a week. I'd ride in the city or catch a bus. I try and catch the bus because my bike gets stolen. Catch the bus, spend a day in the city, go there, 2 times a day for a week. End of the week, this chick was really getting fucking triggered. And she's like, look, I've told you, you keep coming in here. And then there's this guy called John. Don't know how I remember his name, but this guy called John. And I remember looking down the corridor and he stops with some paper in his hands. And he's like, he walks in, he goes, is everything okay here? And he'd seen me around the place in coming in. And the receptionist is like, yes, I've explained to this young gentleman that there isn't any positions and we will contact him. And the guy's like, you've been in here a lot, haven't you? I said, man, I just want to work. I will work for free. And he's like, come to my office a bit. You got to come to my office. And he goes, what's your deal? I said, mate, I just want to get a job. I will work for free. He goes, you have to work for free, but we'll give you a trial shift. You'll be paid for it, and you get one chance. And I said, when do I start? He goes, you start tonight? I said, yep. And so I did a job in a place called Cast Alloy, working in this foundry. I didn't know what the fuck a foundry was. I'm making these, machining out these manifolds for Holden V8 motors. They were heavier than me. Heavier than me. I was like, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. I was dropping shit everywhere, holding up the line, all these fucking factory worker dudes just fucking dissing the fuck out of me, like, you fucking idiot, what are you fucking doing? There's the Italians and the Greeks, they were just going off their head at me. They always do. And it was just like total carnage. And then the supervisor comes up to me, his name was Rob, and he's like, mate, I hate to tell it to you, man, but we can't keep you on. You're fucking the shit up, mate, And he said it in the nicest possible way. This guy called Rob. And, and he goes, look, I'm going to show you one more time. Get it right, or we're just going to have to let you go early. Okay? Sorry, mate. And I was like, fuck, and I'm just sitting there thinking, this is my only fucking chance. I don't have another chance after this, all right? It's hard to get a job right now. I've been given the opportunity. If I fuck this up, I am done. I am not getting that road bike. All right? I've got to make this fucking work. So I'm just like, Harley, get it fucking done. All right, get it done. Do it, mate. And I don't know what the fuck happened in my brain, but I just got it done, and, I just got it, man. And I was crushing it. I went from the worst fucking worker within 5 minutes, just something clicked in my head and I could do the production line thing. And this Rob guy comes back. He was laughing. He goes, I don't know what the fuck happened to you, mate. And he slapped me in the back, but you're kicking ass. Keep it up. And I was like, well, yeah. And I got this biggest buzz about that. I haven't thought about that for ages. It gives me a bit of a buzz still today. And this is back in 1997. And I remember it like it was last night. Because I got out of my comfort zone, fucked up, got told I only had, this is the last chance, and I just fucking crushed it, all right? So I just had that desire, okay? Anyway, I got the road bike, bought the road bike, and I was just like, holy shit, this thing's the most uncomfortable piece of shit ever. I can't ride this. I went back to John and said, man, I don't know if I can ride this thing. It's just so uncomfortable. It's like I'm so bent over. He goes, yeah, because you used to a mountain bike, Harley. And this one's got like what's called low stack height. It's a road bike, more aero. And I was like, oh, okay. And the skinny wheels. I think I got a blowout in the first few Ks, hit a rock and then push. Because back then we were running 18 mil tyres. So I got a blowout, I think, in the first kilometre riding the bike because I hit a little rock on it. And, and yeah, so that was just that really steep learning curve, right? Getting the bike, being joyous, then crashing back down. This bike's, I can't ride this, it hurts too much. And then riding that bike a few months later across to Melbourne and stuff like that. And within a few December, I did my first ever crit. All right, so I went from like October picking the bike up. Took me a month to save for that bike. A month, man. And $2,000 back in the day. And then and now you get the bike like that for freaking $200 off Facebook Marketplace. Literally, you get a quality of that bike for $200. I'll go collect cans for a couple of days and get a bike that quality, which back in 97 took me a month working night shift in a foundry that was so toxic it was shut down a few years later. Like, it was insane, the pollution in the light. I was coughing up black shit. It was just, there's no way a factory like that would exist in Australia. It was like living in, being in China or North Korea. It was pretty amazing. But anyway, so that's just the deal. So I got that bike, and my life fucking changed, man. I got a simple road bike, 8-speed, Ultegra 600 tricolor, the STI shifters. It was Eastern Elite tubing. It was just a fucking dream bike for me back then. And, that whole experience shaped my life, transformed my life. I had people like John, the bike shop seller, Rob, the fucking foundry fuckboy dude, slapping me on the back, being nice to me in the nicest possible way. He put it in the head, this dude's fucking hopeless, he's done. But he's like, mate, come on, one more shot. So just people like that had the Wogs and the Greeks give me shit. Oh, you fucking idiot, mate, you fucking fuck. And all the characters, all right, shaping me, etc. And I still have people like that in my life, so it's an ongoing thing. But the road bike, and it's just simple. That bike, I had no fucking problems. Zero problems with that bike, other than a few flat tires at the start, okay? And saddle sores, so I was conditioned. And then eventually that frame cracked, and I got warranty on it, and went from there. And that just kick-started my whole road riding experience. So when I jump on a road bike today, there's like the SL7 tarmac or whatever, and I'm just like, where the fuck is the simplicity gone? This is not a road bike. This is a money-making machine for fat bankers. This bike feels muted and slow and sluggish, and if I have a fucking problem on it, or if I want to do basic maintenance, this bike's a pain in the ass to deal with. It's like that Ben and Jerry's analogy. I just want to pop it and ride it. Pop on the bike, ride, no worries. And so if I promote any product out there these days, it means that that's the sort of bike I want you to have an experience on, okay? So I will never sell out. If I'm living on the street, I started this YouTube channel living on the street, homeless, okay? Didn't sell out then, ain't going to sell out now. Never sell out. Be the change you want to see, people. We have to do it out there for the people out there who have no idea, who are getting scammed or conned or whatever. There seems to be a conspiracy right now getting people off bikes. The road bikes are shitter. Let me just plug this in, charge it up. The road bikes are crapper, they're heavier. They're stupidly, insanely fucking expensive. Like, seriously, Specialized Australia, $20,000 for tarmac, SL7 S-Works, made in China. Nothing wrong with that. But it's a shit bike, man. My tarmac, SL4 is worth, what's it worth? Fucking $800. And it's a killer. It's a whip. It's a weapon. It's an SL7 killer. It's like the new Athos disc brakes. It's flimsy, light. They crack so easily in a lightweight crash. It's just crap. Poor quality crap that complicates the riding experience. Okay. Anyway, that's my little rant. There seems to be. It's not a conspiracy, but I don't know. It almost feels like it is. The cycling influencers out there pushing low sugar, zero sugar shit, pushing disc brakes. Like, if I was a cyclist, if I was a noob today getting into that, sugar's bad, don't eat too much carbs, fasted training, ride a shitty, heavy road disc brake bike that just doesn't feel good, even if it's $20,000 compared to the previous bikes. Would I fall in love with cycling? No fucking way. No chance. No chance. If I look back in 2014, when I was really starting to kick on YouTube, and I had these young bunch of twink dudes, who looked like me, who wanted to maybe be a bit like Durianrider, and so many of those guys become really fucking fast cyclists, man. Like, so many guys, was just smash my Strava times with, crazy watts, and these guys are pretty new cyclists, but they were so keen, and they had some good genetics as well. Better genetics than me for cardio, etc. But I don't see those kids coming up anymore. Right? I saw this kid the other day. I was riding my e-bike down Anzac Highway, and this kid was probably 15 or something. Real tall, lanky dude, cyclist sort of physique. And he was young, teenager, young teen, mid-teens. And it looked like he was bonking, running out of sugar. Right, because he was just all over the bike, and it was a road disc brake bike. He had no gloves on, he had a black jersey, couldn't fucking see him. But he's following all the trends. Dark kit, no gloves, fucking road disc brake bike that's going to probably rubbing, and then you have to take it out to the shop, and his parents have to pay for it. Hey, bro, we spent all this money on your bike, and it's got disc, blah, 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 blah. And it says, oh yeah, sorry mum, so, with rim brakes, he just fucking adjusted himself. What 15-year-old kid's going to bleed out a bike hydro line, sure you can learn that, but then it's rubbing again on the road. It's just all this fucking, you wear out the rotors and pads and they cost so much money. How much does it, you know what I mean? Like these days you get a Mavic Serum SL here in Adelaide, Australia, like $50 front or rear, right? The pads are like $5-6 each from Wiggle, right? Compare that to a Durace rotor or whatever, you know? It's just like it's a fucking joke. So anyway, this kid, he's just slugging along. He's like, I could feel he was not enjoying the ride. Okay, and I see other people out there like that, going up Norton Summit, and they're going so fucking slow. And I ride slow too, but if you see me riding slow, it's because I'm like, just looking around, waiting for someone to race. But these people are going slow because they're fatigued, and that's the worst sort of riding. You just your head's rolling around, you're doing like 100 watts, and it feels like 300, and you're going nowhere fast in the headwind. We're going nowhere fast at Norton Summit. That ain't going to make people fall in love with cycling. Being in undercarb state, riding a road disc brake bike with extra spokes and the weight and the lag and the drag and the ting, 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 ting. That is not what, and wearing dark clothing, so you're getting more close passes from cars. People, sorry, mate, I didn't see you. It's like, it's crazy. So it just seems it's much harder in a way for a noob cyclist, a solo cyclist, to have a positive experience, in my opinion. Yes, there's much more social awareness of social media, and that's good and bad. But the trends right now, most influencers are promoting a full dark color kit, no gloves. So if you have a crash, you freaking, even a light crash, you're chunking your hands out. Fasted training, heaps of caffeine, which just drives up anxiety like through the roof, and all this shit, man. Body dysmorphia, crazy stuff. It's just, it's really, and this road disc thing, like the price of these bikes. I got a Trek Moto the other day for $250, not stolen. All right, not stolen. The person upgraded to road disc, and it was advertised for $500. No one bought it. It went down to $300. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a Monda. No one's bought it yet. Because I was away in Asia, and it's $300. And I'm like, I could tell it wasn't stolen because the guy was legit and the ad was legit, and I met him and he was legit. And I said, hey mate, would you take $250 today? He probably looked at me thinking this dude's a crackhead. And he's like, no worries, mate. And he met me in the city, boom, done, $250. And I thought the bike's going to be like thrashed. It's in incredible condition. And I was like, and I rode it, and I was like, it's way too small for it's like a 47. But I'm just like, fucking hell, man. Like, couldn't even sell a Trekker Mondo, one of my favorite bikes, the old ones, the rim brake ones, for $250 in very, very good condition. Right? He said the bike's in sort of, higher mileage condition or whatever. And I looked at it in real life, and I'm just like, the braking track's almost brand new. The drivetrain's almost brand new. The BB9 is perfect. Like, everything's perfect. There's a few paint chips down the mid seat stay, but like, what do you expect for, a bike? And so I'm just like, what? Because it was so cheap, people there's not many people like me like that out there anymore, unfortunately. All the people out there who they don't need another bike. So it's a very interesting time. The best bikes are the cheapest right now, and the most popular bikes are the shittest and the most expensive. It's never, ever, ever been like this in road cycling. And hopefully we'll be part of that change. So there you go. This is my little rant, little story. Thanks for listening. The road bicycle is simple. It's lightweight. It's easy to work on. You just get on it. You fucking go. You find a seat that works for you. You find a position that works for you. You get on that motherfucker. You carb up. You hydrate. You lose a shit ton of body fat. You get emaciated to an extent where your family and friends go, don't lose any more weight. And that's fair enough. But that's the bike, man. Like, if you want to lose weight, man, if you want to lose body fat, simple road bike, sell your fucking car or rarely use your car, people. Get on that motherfucker and ride and enjoy the ride. Be visible, be safe, be seen. Always be carbed up. Always be hydrated so you recover like a champ. So you're motivated to get back out there on the next day. All right? Keep your caffeine intake 0 or minimal. And don't be like these people out there today following these trends, these sellout influencers, man. Sellout influencers who are just gaping their cheeks, David Arthur, to these big brands, shilling these products that, didn't, like Dave Arthur and co. I mentioned those people and some of the GCN presenters. You guys didn't fall in love with road cycling riding the shit that's out now. Right? You fell in love riding the same shit I rode, man. The lightweight rim brake stuff. So shill that shit, man. Because that's the real fucking deal, right? Don't be another fucking sellout, man, all right? The world has enough sellouts, okay? Karma. Just treat people how you want to be treated. I can't look at a noob and say, yeah, man, the SL7's a great bike. It's a piece of shit. All these road disc brake bikes, pieces of junk compared to the models they replaced. The Amondas, the Ultimates, the Super Sixes, road disc, all absolute garbage. Heavy, stupidly more expensive downgrades compared to the rim brake equivalents. Disc for dirt, rim for road. You can disagree with me, but you're still going to be wrong.